Yes, it is. It is the Eman After Show. We're so excited and delighted that you guys will join us for another episode of the Eman After Show right here on WeTalkRadio Network. This is where we talk, we listen, and we take action. We're back for another Sunday show for tonight. Sitting across from me is my sidekick, Mandy, is in the building. Hello, Mandy.
Hello, everyone. Good evening.
Yes, good evening, Mandy. We just come off the Mandy the Mentor show. We want to thank all of you guys that joined us on Mandy the Mentor show to come over here on We Talk Radio Network. And we're so appreciative of that. Why? Because actually this is why this show is called the After Show, because we're leaving your show.
Right.
And we're so excited and delighted that you guys would join us again right here on We Talk Radio Network. Why? Because we're on all social media platforms.
Yes, we are.
Listen, you can find us out there somewhere everywhere.
Yes, you can.
I know we're on Spotify. I know we're on Google Podcasts. Mandy, what other sites are we on over here on We Talk Radio?
Yes, we are on Apple Podcasts, Overcast FM, Pocket Cast, Castro, Castbox, Buzzsprout, Podbean, iHeartRadio, YouTube, TuneIn, Spotify, Amazon, Pandora is coming, and Stitcher is coming, Player FM, Listen Notes, Podcast Addict, and Deezer.
Yes, you can find We Talk Radio Network on all of those particular sites, and you can join all the great personalities over here on We Talk Radio Network. Well, man, it's Black History Month.
It is Black History Month, Eman.
Yeah, we're celebrating over here on We Talk Radio all month long Black History Month.
We are celebrating.
And so shout out to all of you around the world on the network. Black History Month to you.
Yes. Let's celebrate Black History Month and celebrate ourselves.
Yeah, we want to do that. We want to shout out to the founder and CEO of We Talk Radio Network, Miss Kia D. She's a black woman.
She is a black woman.
And We Talk Radio has been around for the last 12 years. And so we're in our 12th year over here on We Talk Radio Network. And kudos to Miss Kia Davis.
Yes, kudos to Miss Kia Davis. She is definitely blazing the trail. You know, she's affording opportunities for others to come on that have a desire to be a radio personality. You know, she has just really opened up her platform and also just her heart to many.
And so we want to shout out to her on tonight. Why? Because Kathy Hughes is going out on the scenes and Kia Davis is in on the scene.
Right.
You know, we're shouting out and paying homage to those that have been in the struggle and fight for us. Tonight, ladies and gentlemen, we got a special guest that's joining us tonight.
We do have a special guest on tonight.
Yeah, he's an African-American filmmaker.
Yes, he is.
An awesome young man. Arthur Muhammad.
Yes.
Arthur Muhammad will be joining us tonight. This brother just doing the doggone thing. You know, when you talk about the Robert Townsends and the Spike Lees and the Tyler, this is another brother that's out there on the scene making it do what it do.
Yes, he is.
And he have a lot of great movies that's out that you'll be able to, he'll talk about her shortly, but Arthur Muhammad is joining us tonight.
He is joining us tonight. So you guys want to make sure y'all stay tuned here on the Eman After Show. If you have questions for Mr. Arthur Muhammad, make sure you press option 1. That lets us know that you want to come into the queue. And if not, enjoy the show.
Listen, guys, we are pushing this YouTube channel.
Yes, we are.
You know, we're pushing our YouTube channel, which is We Talk Radio Network. We would love for you to like. We would love for you to share. You can even make a comment. But we definitely want you to subscribe for our YouTube channel. You can go into the bookstore and buy up all the merchandise that We Talk Radio have. But we're pushing this YouTube channel.
Yes, we are pushing YouTube. And you want to subscribe so that you can receive the latest updates when it comes to what's going on in We Talk Radio Network. Also, the radio personalities, you want to get to know them. And in order to get to know them and what's going on here at We Talk Radio Network, you want to subscribe so you can receive the notification.
Arthur, for our listeners on tonight, that's listening all around the network may not heard of who Arthur Muhammad is. Why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself, sir, who you are and what you do?
Well, long story short, I'm a filmmaker here in Dallas,
yes.
Texas, born and raised. I heard you say earlier, like you said, I graduated from Carter High School. I've directed several films here in Dallas. Shot one in Atlanta, a feature film in Atlanta, one in California, and yeah, so I write, shoot, direct, edit. Went to SMU on a football scholarship. So I got my bachelor's in film from SMU, and then recently got my master's in film from the Vermont College of Fine Arts.
Right. And so with that being said, Arthur, it brings me to this question. You know, what made you pursue filmmaking?
Man, you know, the interesting thing about it, I guess once you get older and you start looking back in your life, you know, sometimes when I was in school, I never thought about being a filmmaker. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's just that was never a thought. I never had a mentor like that. That was never really presented to us, from Oak Cliff, like that you can be a filmmaker. So our thing was, football. I mean, but that was, or people want to be a doctor, police officer, that type of thing. But my goal was to really, I thought I was going to play professional football. That was my, whole outlook on life. And so, funny thing, though, when you start looking back on your life, you'll see how your destiny was kind of lining up for you. So even in high school, me and my friends, some of the, brothers who I played football with, one of my friends, Darius Smith, he had a VHS camera. Now, you know that I went way back with that one.
You went way back with that one.
They probably know what a VHS camera is.
Right.
But I was always the one kind of like shooting, and we was creating these skits and this type of thing. And it was in high school, but it's still, I had no idea that, I could be a filmmaker per se. My only job I had when I was in high school, because I played football, was during the summertime I worked at a movie theater, Redbird Cinema 1 through 4. So
right.
You know exactly what it is, and so I used to work there, and I watched movies for free all the time. Again, still, I didn't know I could be a filmmaker, but I remember Spike Lee film Do the Right Thing had come out, and I was watching that movie literally every day. And just fascinated with it. So it was not until I went to college that, in the pamphlet that I found out that, wow, you can actually study cinema. You know, so that was like the first time that I knew that you can actually go on and, study filmmaking. And I started studying then, ended up tearing my ACL my freshman year, the end of my freshman year. So transferred schools, and eventually I left SMU, went to another school, and still never really got involved with it until Spike Lee came and spoke at UTA.
Okay.
And so I went to listen to that speech, and Spike Lee kind of like introduced us to someone named Lerone Armstrong, who was in Dallas, like making movies. And so I went to help Lerone on his set, and man, I just never looked back then. Unfortunately, at that time, this was probably about 20 years ago, but Lerone never had finished his movie, and he, in the process, he lost sound, other little things happened, but I basically made it a point to that I will learn every facet of filmmaking, because I never want to be in a situation. So that was really the drive and the will to make sure I at least know how to do everything. That way, if someone can't show up, if sound is messed up, is whatever it is, one monkey won't stop the show. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of like was my start, and I ended up shooting my first film, Solitaire, on 16 millimeter film, like back in, I think it came out like in 2004.
I kind of remember that. That's been a long time. I remember the first movie, Solitaire. What did that process look like, Mr. Muhammad, when you started making that film, Solitaire? Because what we're shooting on today and what you had to do back in the day, there's a totally big difference. So what did that process look like?
It was totally different, man. But I love that I learned to shoot on film first. I was playing around with the VHS camera, and even with that, you had to. Well, you didn't have to, but I didn't have any editing equipment, so I would edit within the camera. So I would shoot certain shots, go to another angle, shoot another shot, and go back. And you just had to keep that story in your head in order to make sure the character knew when to start, when to stop, when to move, when to, just hope freeze, then you get another angle. It was crazy. But shooting on film is a whole nother animal because when you're listening to that film going through the camera, that's money. And that's for that coin, that phrase, time is money, is on film set. Right. And so basically you have to get the film, and a 400-foot roll of film is about 10 minutes. And that costs about $100. So let me say that again. 400-foot roll of film, 10 minutes, and it's $100 and something. This is back in the day. Now, this is just to buy the film. Now you got to get the film, after you shoot, you got to get the film processed. You got to get the film developed. You got to get the film transferred.